Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about my favorite makeup of 2019. There are a lot of makeup products I've tried this year. I feel like most of them are good. I don't have that many fails. I just have a few overhyped products, but we're mostly going to be talking about my favorites, the products I have loved, used every day since when I bought them. I'm still using them. The products that I have used to death. I have a lot of makeup, so the ones that stand out I think are really incredible products. So let's talk about them. Starting out with kind of complexion products, the Anastasia Luminous foundation has been my favorite foundation. I'm on my second bottle. The Fenty foundation, speaking of a foundation I did not like, the Fenty Hydrating Foundation. It's one of the worst foundations I've tried in a while, especially high-end. It is just not my thing. But this guy is amazing. It's long-wearing, it's medium coverage, which is my favorite kind of coverage. It's luminous without being too dewy. It does kind of sink into my smile lines right here. But everything does, honestly, unless it's a super, super matte formula, but that dries out my skin, so you can't win at all. I'm in the shade 110C, so closest to the palest shade. I love this foundation so, so much. I do wish they would change the packaging. This is my second bottle, and I have a bunch of issues with the pump. Like, you'll be able to pump down, and then it'll just be stuck there. And you just have to pull it back up and pump down again. So other than the packaging malfunctions, and I don't love this on the back either. Like, yeah, it's foundation, we get it. I love, 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 love the formula. Anastasia has done some whack things this year, but this was one of the good things. I very much love this foundation. If you guys have tried the powders that came out with this launch, let me know. I did not try them, but I'm intrigued. I'm pretty sure the Fenty complexion launch was this past year, the powders and concealers. I hated the concealer. Hated it. Oh, I thought it was horrible. I mean, that might be a bit much. Horrible is a word. But it just did not work for me. It creased and, ate my foundation under it, so I wasn't a fan. But the powder, on the other hand, is amazeballs. This is the, what is it called officially? Instant Retouch Setting Powder, Pro Filter. This is the shade Lavender, which I had never really tried a lavender powder before. I was very, very scared. But here it is. What I love about this product is that it is brightening for use under the eyes, or sometimes I bake with it down my jaw. I am, again, very, very fair, so this really works for me. I do think if you were any darker than me, this might be not usable for anything other than under the eyes, and some people don't like that effect of like a really bright under eye, but I do, and you don't have to bake with it every time. Like, I used it today, didn't bake, but it just brightens up that under eye, and I love it. So the other amazing thing about this product, I don't exactly remember the price on this, but it comes with 28 grams, which is crazy. It is a bulky packaging, but it is really filled to the brim with product, which is amazing. Another powder, which is, controversial, to say the least, is the Jaclyn powder. I decided to try this out because it said it was like a luminous setting powder, and I do really like this. I like the effect it gives, but it's not super luminous at all. It's a very, very subtle. I'm wearing it on like the apples of my cheeks today and kind of around the chin and forehead, because it's kind of like you're not wearing setting powder, but yet your makeup gets set. It's a good product. I will say that the packaging is ridiculous. Let's compare these two. They're both pretty bulky, but she's taller, and like, overall you'd think they hold a similar amount of product, but this is 28 grams, and this is 10. So this holds like 3 times the amount. This is definitely some whack packaging, for sure, but it works really well, and I do really like it. I understand some people don't buy from Jaclyn Helm. Just please don't send me hate for choosing a different path for my life. I understand that, again, a lot of people don't trust her. I don't trust her either, but I was intrigued about the product, and that's, you know, what I'm not going to buy everything Jaclyn puts out under any circumstance. I didn't get the palette or anything, but I was just intrigued about this specific formula. So please, no hate there. We can all have our different opinions and coexist peacefully. I buy a lot from Kylie Cosmetics, but I don't expect some of it to be fantastic products. I think they're fun, I like the collections, I like the collecting, but I don't necessarily think, oh, I'm going to be using this every single day. And these proved me wrong. This was their blush and bronzer and highlighter launch. The highlighters are good, I do like them, but they're not like my favorite highlighters. On the other hand, these formulas are so amazing. Let's talk about the bronzer first. I've only tried one shade. It takes me a long time to go through bronzer, but she did a shade light enough for me, which is, yes, love that. It's in the shade Khaki, and I've used this to death. I use this almost every single day of 2019, and this bitch is still living. She's still existing. You can see, like, she's been through it. You know, she's been used, but I still haven't hit pan, which is amazing. How many grams are in here? 11 grams, which is a lot. I just spit. Which is a lot for the packaging, I think, at least. So, I love her. She's amazing. Oh, yes. Okay, the other ones are blushes, and these are my favorite blushes I think I own. I normally don't really love matte blushes, but these are just so creamy, and the formula is perfect, and you know that when you put it on, it is going to look amazing with whatever makeup look you do. You can do a crazy look, a neutral look. This one is in a different packaging because this came out with the Holiday 18 collection, but they released this shade again in this packaging, so I wasn't going to repurchase it to get it in the pink packaging. But they kind of look like they're at a dumb gender reveal, don't they? This shade is Winter Kissed, which was re-released in the pink packaging, and it is like a brighter pink. It's a brighter pink, really, really pretty. This is a really fun. I'm wearing it today. It's just, you know, a cute little blush moment. I love it. And then this one I probably used a bit more. This is Pink Power. This one has been, again, used and abused. Don't know how I haven't hit pan on this, but this is just a basic pink blush that looks good with everything, really. Talking about eyeshadows, one palette I loved a lot was the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. This was phenomenal. Super, super bright. I loved going in with Snack up here, mixing Cone and Tasty to put that in the crease, putting that all over the lid, and then just picking a fun color to do as my liner or smoke out under the lower lash line. And then I could do some really fun looks with the other shades when I was feeling more daring. It's very good for my fun looks. I think it's fun to have a really bright palette. I think this was such a good launch. This is like what people really wanted from his brand, and I love it. The shade Jawbreaker is amazing as well. There are really good neutral tones in here, if you can find them. And then the bright shades like Cute and Gumdrop and Fuck, they're so bright, they almost don't even show up on camera how bright they are. But they're gorgeous, and I loved having that like color in my life, especially throughout the summer. This was like my favorite palette. I also liked this palette. It's like less bulky, even though it's a bigger palette. I enjoyed that. I do have an unpopular hot take. Over here is the Very Blessed Conspiracy palette. I tried to do a video on this. I didn't really love any of the looks I came out with, other than the really neutral one. So let's open her up. That is obviously what this looks like. And the thing with this palette is that I don't find that this palette is as good as the other formulas in Jeffree's line. I feel like this, I don't know if it's because they made so many of these or they had a time limit. I don't really know. I just know that this shade Food Videos was a complete letdown. It is so hard to use, it just vanishes on your eye. The shade What's the Tea is so disappointing if you try to use it on the eye with a brush. I mean, if you really pack it on with your finger, you can make it work. But that's just not what I want out of my eyeshadows. So Illuminati, the green really does fade if you use it on your eye. It really just looks like a dark shimmer. It doesn't really look green at all. The black's very good, though. My rides here. I do love Just a Theory. What I'm saying is that as cool as these shades look together, I don't know how functional it is as a palette, especially for me. I am going to keep it a bit longer before I think of, you know, selling it or giving it on to someone else, because this was a pain to get my hands on, for sure. I did manage to get it on launch day, but this was just a letdown for me. I don't think I liked the color scheme as much as other people did, and I think it's kind of hard to use with the colors provided for you. So that's my unpopular opinion. I thought I would share that with my favorite Jeffree launch of the year and my least favorite. As far as palettes go, I don't know. No one hate me. I was expecting to love this as much as I love like Blood Sugar, and I just didn't. So I do think something was off in the shades in here. That's my opinion. I'm sorry. But yeah, okay. My favorite palette of the year, hands down, was the Tati Beauty palette. And this is like a boring palette, but I love this. I've done so many people's makeup. I did a shoot for my fashion collective at my university, and it's a gorgeous palette. I love this so much. The glitters are really easy to work with. The rest of the shades are amazing. This sequin formula is to die for. I think Tati hit this out of the park. She hasn't been able to restock this, which really sucks, since launch day. That's what I'm talking about. Like, makeup is hard to get your hands on these days. But if you can get your hands on this, it's amazing. It is by far my favorite thing I purchased this year. And it was kind of one of those things I didn't expect to love as much as I did. And I'm wearing this on my eyes today. I did a really basic neutral look because I'm just hanging out at my house. But yeah, these are so, so special. This formula is special. The mirror in here is insane. I love this palette so, so, so much. It's a dream. So yeah, definitely. This is amazeballs. I love it. And then the palette I really used the crap out of in December was the Kylie Jenner Dear Santa palette. You can't purchase this anymore unless you're like prowling Poshmark or Depop or something. But it looks like this, and I used the crap out of this in December. Reindeer Dreams with Santa's Workshop. Like, this whole row was amazing. And I love dipping into this. It was so fun and festive, and I get, like, some people don't love Kylie, whatever. But I just really, really liked this palette and was really surprised with the quality. It was better than my past experiences with her limited edition palettes, and I freaking loved it. It was cute, and yeah, that's her. The last little eyeshadow thing is this Kaja Beauty stack, which is so cute. This is amazing for traveling because it is so tiny and you get this like perfect neutral eye look in here. So you have an amazing shimmer shade. The shimmers in here are no fucking joke. Like, they're so reflective. You can't really, see that super well, but they're amazing, and I think you should really try them, swatch them in store. They look amazing on the eye. And then you've got two matte shades. So you've got, I don't know about the shades. I don't think the shades are labeled individually. And then a deeper shade in there. This is amazing. So handy. So handy. And I love throwing this in a weekend bag. It's perfect. It really is. Lipstick! I had quite a few lipstick favorites, but let's talk about this one that I'm wearing right now, which came out in 2019. I tried to limit these. No, I guess not. This is Kylie, which is gorgeous. It has a darker lip liner that I'm wearing as well. I really want to get this in the Velvet formula because this is the matte formula, and I'm not crazy. I just realized how much more I enjoy her Velvet formula. But yeah, I love this lipstick so much. I've worn it a lot, so definitely the shade Kylie from Kylie's line is amazing. On the same note of Kylie, this lipstick in the shade Naughty List is fucking amazing. I love this so much. It's the best red ever. Like, it's so good. So good. So good. This is amazing. Incredible. Love it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. My other favorite red by Kylie is Red Velvet. But I think I like this one more, honestly. Oops. And her formula is just getting better and better, especially with her mattes. Like, this one I can really, really tolerate without gloss on top. So that's something. So those are my favorite Kylie lip kits. And then this is my favorite nude. This came out in the Jeffree Star 2018 holiday collection, so it came out last November or December, but it's so beautiful. I used it like the whole summer long. This is the shade Can't Relate. And it's just the perfect nude. It really is. I don't really want to swatch it because I don't have that much left of this, to be honest. I like used the crap out of this lipstick. So yeah, that's Can't Relate by Jeffree Star. And then I just love the Nars Lippy Sticks. These are one of the things that I don't know if I can live without in the cruelty-free world. Nars is not cruelty-free, but these lip pencils are like my go-to favorite things ever. The shade Dragon Girl is one of my all-time favorite reds of life. It is so, so, so beautiful. And I love it. So if you guys know any good alternatives that are like the same easy application and the same formula, I love the matte ones and the velvet ones, let your girl know an option that's cruelty-free, because I love these so much. They're my life. I love them. The shade Dolce Vita is so good for like an everyday shade. It's amazing. Amazing. I think that's all my beauty favorites. I feel like that was a whole lot. I was thinking about putting skincare in there, and then I was just like, that would be too long. But if you're interested in that, again, let me know. I hope you guys are having an amazing new year. Let me know your favorites down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!